It says you are live, but I got to step away for a second. Good morning, guys. Where do we even start? We'll start from the beginning. But before we start from the beginning, I want to say this, okay? I'm going to still go with the script for a minute, and then we're going to go off script because that's what we're doing right now. This is a Toxic Talk Thursday. It is Thursday, June the 4th, 2025. 1 minute after the hour, guys. Welcome, triple welcome. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, featuring the Wake Up Team with the Queens, Janice, Miss Miko, everybody else. Welcome to the show. Welcome to everybody over there on YouTube. It's your boy, Shawn Harvey. Like, share, follow, subscribe to the show. We are here. It's a special day. It's a beautiful day outside. This is where you get your morning started right, but also it's where you get we get the job done. My folks on YouTube, cool. Just wait there for a second. Hold on. Let me play. Let me see if I can play a quick song, if they will allow me to play the song. But let me just play this for just for 1 second, guys, and I'll be. Don't worry, I'm back. I didn't go nowhere. I did not go nowhere. Welcome to the show. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. We're only going to stay here for a few minutes today on this Toxic Talk Thursday. Shout out to Janice and shout out to everyone else. You know, usually by now, Janice is giving the weather today. I'm going to do the weather today real quick. Only going to stay here for a short period of time. It's going to be 90 degrees today in New York. It's going to be 90 degrees in Pennsylvania. It's going to be 90 degrees in New Jersey. It's going to be 90 degrees wherever you listen to this show on the East Coast. It's going to be summertime in the suburbs. It's going to be summertime in the hood. It's going to be summertime on the farm. It's going to be summertime all over the place. It's going to be 90 degrees, so be careful out there while you out and about on this glorious, glorious Toxic Talk Thursday, June the 4th. Now, where do I begin? This is where I will begin on this Toxic Talk Thursday. First thing I'm going to say is belt to ass. Belt to ass. I got a bunch of stories here. I got the TSA checkpoint where the guy almost walked through with a bomb, and I understand that. And there's other stories to tell that's going on in the world. But there's only one story to tell this morning, this glorious morning, is that the New York Knicks have won game 1 of the NBA Finals in San Antonio last night. That's the only thing that needs to be talked about as far as I'm concerned this morning. As a longtime Knicks fan since 1975, I've been a Knicks fan since 1975. I've been a Knicks fan for over 50 years. And I've been around all the bad teams on the New York Knicks and good teams in the Ewing years, the years before Ewing. I remember watching the draft when they drafted Ewing and New York went crazy because we had the overall #1 pick, and may he rest in peace, Dave the Busher was the general manager, and he clenched his fist and he was like, we got Patrick Ewing. And we went through the Patrick Ewing years. Unfortunately, while we were going through the Patrick Ewing years, we were going through the Michael Jordan years. And we have all been supportive of the Knicks in bad years, Frederick Weiss years, and all the Trent Tucker days. The '90 Knicks with Larry Johnson and John Starks. And all the bullshit draft picks that we've been going through has come to this moment. And I'm not staying on here long today. We want to stay just for a few minutes. And but we are here to celebrate. Get your Knick gear ready. Get your next time you see me, I'm gonna have orange and blue paint on my face. And now we are here with the New York Knicks with Jalen Brunson and the rest of the crew, and Towns and Hard and OG and all the warriors that are the Knicks. We're not staying long. I'm just gonna be here for a minute. But what we're doing right now is belt to ass. Game 1 last night in San Antonio, where the San Antonio Spurs were favored to win by 3 points, -3. The Knicks were +3. The Knicks were underdogs, and DraftKings and every other betting platform, you could have won free money last night. That's what I did. When I saw that the Knicks were underdogs +150, +3.5 points, what they mean is they're saying that the Knicks are not going to win, or they will lose by over 3 or under 3. I jumped on it because it was belt to ass. This is a movement that's going on that's unstoppable. I was in this crib screaming and yelling last night, and I am too old for that. But my emotions couldn't help it. If you're a Knicks fan, put a #1 in the chat room. I know I got other stories here, but hold on. Let me get this off my chest if I can. This is a situation where the San Antonio Spurs is a good team. They got the big freak, the alien, Victor Wemby. I don't give a goddamn. And they got a supporting cast of players. Ron Harper Jr. Remember Ron Harper from back in the day? His son is on the team. They got this young kid named Castle. I like this kid. As a matter of fact, I bet on him all the time to score 15 points, and I will give you guys the winning combination bet before I leave here so you guys can make some money like I made money last night. But here's the difference. They are not built for the big stage. These are boys versus men. The New York Knicks are grown-ass men with a mission statement. They're focused and they're locked in. And the young San Antonio Spurs are not built for it yet because these are little boys. And how can you make the New York Knicks? How can you make the? Where's this guy? Where's this guy? Where's Nehemiah at? Is he here? How can you make the New York Knicks the underdogs when we beat the crap out of them all season long? And matter of fact, we beat them in the mid-season NBA Cup. Have y'all forgotten that? But everybody drinking the Victor Wemby, I don't give a damn juice. the big alien, the big asshole. Everybody banking on him like he's the greatest thing since Michael Jordan. Are you out of your mind? Remember, he's from France. They're not built like that. They're scared. These are scared neighbors. Remember Frederick Weiss, the Frenchman, back in the day? The Knicks drafted him #1, and Vince Carter dunked and put his ball sacks on top of his head and on his forehead and dunked on him, and he was never to be seen again. They're a talented group. They're a talented group. And if they don't get injured, they might go a long way. They might go long. But this is our time right now. All the big dogs have been eliminated throughout the playoffs. Who's been eliminated? OKC, the defending champions. Boston Celtics, the shitty Philadelphia 76ers. All these teams have been eliminated. It's our time right now. We don't have no time to play. We should have been in the finals last year. You are not ready for the main stage. And the Spurs. Wait. Let me just get back to game. Let me get back to game one. Captain Clutch played a bad game yesterday and still scored 30 points. I'm not staying here long. I'm gonna go walk the dog. Where's Nehemiah? Hold on. I want to get this young man on here right now. Nehemiah, come into the room right now. Come into the room right now. Where's this guy now? Let me see. Real quick. Oh, there you go. Oh, wait, there you go. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 minute. Hold on. Let me call this guy. Hold on.
Hi, if you record your name.
Hello. Hold on. Hold on a second. We ain't staying here long because I'm still running on that Nick high from last night. And I had a comedy show last night, and I want to shout out, I had a private comedy show last night. And guess what? The promoter canceled the show because everybody at the event was too focused on the Knicks, and the promoter still paid. Let's clap. He said, Shawn, don't worry about it, man. Here go your money. Go ahead, man. Go. Just go. And the event was early in the day, 6 o'clock. Back to the Knicks. You had Captain Clutch, who had a bad game, everybody. He was 1 for 7, 1 for 8 in the beginning of the game. Couldn't hit a shot. None of the Knicks could hit their shots. Maybe it was because maybe they were off too many days. Maybe they were rusty a little bit. This defense was still there, but they couldn't hit a shot in the first and second quarter. And San Antonio had an opportunity to blow us out and go up by 20 points and just run it through. But we kept hanging in there with defense. And then they tried to hurt Jalen Brunson. They tried to roll over his knee. He had to go out the game. I've had to admit, I was nervous as hell. I saw my basketball life flash before me. But then the bench, the New York Knicks bench, who are grown-ass men as well, and shout out to Coach Mike Brown, who, yes, throughout the basketball season has utilized about 27 players on that bench. He wasn't like Tibbs, Coach Tibbs. Remember Coach Tibbs from last year, who literally only played 3 players. And remember, there got to be 5 on the court. And Mike Brown has utilized the whole bench, going down to at least 10 players. And when Brunson went out for those few minutes so they could check on his precious knee because we need him, the bench stepped up with defense and kept us close in the game without being blown out. And Josh Hart played an incredible game. He didn't score a lot of points, but grabbed 15 clutch rebounds. I got stories here, guys. I got stories here about going on today. I don't give a damn right now. But there's one interesting point I will bring up, and I'll talk about it on my personal feed after the show. I'm gonna go on and talk some mess online, but I'm gonna give y'all the plug in before I do that. And don't forget, August the 29th, we got the Shawn Harvey Morning Show day party. I made a flyer myself. The flyer was horrible. I'm going to show you guys the flyer. I made an AI flyer. It wasn't me. It didn't even look like me. Janice looked crazy on the flyer. Miko looked crazy. And we vetoed that flyer. And while everybody was in San Antonio and all the fans were down there and they were rooting for their teams like they were losing their mind, there were sprinkles of Knicks fans in San Antonio because Knicks fans are everywhere and Knicks fans will travel. And wow, that ticket was light. The New York Knicks tickets, average tickets for game 3 and 4 in Madison Square Garden ranges between $3,000 and $4,000 a seat. In San Antonio, those tickets were like $300 to $500. So Knicks fans flew down there and they did. So when you play, what is this background? I don't know what this background is, Nehemiah. What the hell is this? Let me see.
Looks festive.
I know. Wait, I don't know what that. Okay. And when you pay, when San Antonio has a ticket price of $300 to $500 per game, and the New York Knicks have a ticket price of $3,000 to $4,000, New Yorkers are going to go down to San Antonio because those prices are light to us. And since there was a sprinkle of New York Knicks fans with those unbelievable, pathetic San Antonio fans down there, and they thought for one moment that their savior, the alien Victor, I don't give a damn what his last name is, was going to save them, they're out of their minds. These are boys versus men. San Antonio Spurs, they will be good at some point, but not now. Like I just said before, this is our opportunity. The basketball gods will allow it. And before I yield my time to the nephew here, I'm going to say this. Knicks had a bad shooting game. Captain Clutch was 1 for 8 in the beginning of the game. They was double teaming him. Towns was looking real shaky. The referees was not letting us live. The refs was trying to give it to the alien. The ref did everything. Don't you notice at the end of the game, before I yield my time back, when they wanted to interview Captain Clutch, he stepped right over to the ref and said, "You a bitch ass nigga." This is it. The Knicks were down over 10 points and won in double digits. What does that equate to? Let's do the simple math. That's a 20-point difference. That means this is a technical blowout. I'm gonna yield my time. I got all these other stories and shout out to Janice and all that. We ain't doing all that. We ain't staying here that long. We talking Knicks. And guys, the beloved nephew's on deck. He's a Knick hater, you know. It's all good. It's fine. It's fine. We want him here. We want our haters close. He's in the building. He's gonna give his little recap before I go back on my rant. Guys, hold on. Before he starts saying anything, let's play some music real quick, just a little bit. That's enough music. That's enough music. Go Knicks. Nephew, welcome to the show. God bless.
Hey,
I'm going to listen to what you got to say, nephew.
I know it's a great morning for you. It's a great morning for me because it was a hate watch for me. I wanted to see the Spurs humiliated, and I got to see Victor Wembanyama get absolutely manhandled by Karl Anthony Towns on a couple of those plays, especially in the fourth quarter. They played like a well-oiled basketball team, and I'm so happy that a lot of people's eyes are opening to the terrible basketball of the San Antonio Spurs. They're going to try to injure Jalen Brunson. They're going to be pushing you guys around. It's going to be what it is, but you guys, I think, are better equipped to handle what San Antonio can throw at you. I was really, really impressed by Karl Anthony Towns. There's a defensive possession that he did in the fourth quarter where Wembanyama tries to just bulldoze him, and he doesn't let him. He just takes that ball from him. They made him look like a little pool noodle. That was pretty funny. You guys might actually, I think it's going to be 6 or 7 games, but I definitely think the Knicks are defeating the Spurs, and I couldn't be more happy because I hate this team. And for what they did to us, this is like therapy for me because now I get to watch a team with 2 bigs that aren't scared of Victor Wembanyama actually beat him up. So I'm just like, oh, great. This is awesome. I'm really excited. I was out in Astoria last night watching it with some friends. The entire street was electric. Everybody was stopping in the street, people coming out, trying to watch the game, cars honking, people getting, it was crazy. But this was just game 1. So I can't imagine what's going to happen when they do win the series. It's going to be amazing.
Shout out to my nephew Lee Scott over there that's delusional. He lives in Texas. He's out of his mind. I don't know what's wrong with him. No, I totally thank you for the love, nephew. Appreciate that. And I've been saying this throughout this series. He's talking about Knicks in 6 and 7. No, belt to ass. Okay, belt.
They're gonna cheat. They're gonna cheat. I promise.
Even the referees tried their best to derail the Knicks from their glory. This has been prophesied by the basketball gods. And even the referees who clearly was not blowing that whistle for the Knicks, but that was fine because we still overcame all the turbulence to win this game. And I know I don't care about all these other stories today. This is going to be something historic that even if you're a fan of the sport or any, if you're not even a fan of basketball, this is still historic. And I'll tell you why. We putting belt to ass. We're sweeping them. They're done. We listen, still don't understand. I'm still tripping why they still the favorites when we've been constantly whipping their asses all season long. And why the NBA and DraftKings and everybody else, and shout out to DraftKings, they was giving away money last night. I took the Knicks money line. They had the Knicks plus 3.5. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Guys, I'm going to give you the bet before I move on. Here's the bet. I give you a 3-game parlay. I'm going to give you 2 bets. One, the Knicks money line. They're winning tomorrow. They're winning Friday. It's over. And the second bet is Castle, the young kid Castle. I like him. I like that kid Castle from the Spurs. He always scores 15 points. Always. You take him 15 points. You take Brunson 20 points. And you take the Knicks money line.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it one last time. Because I did the same bet last night and I won. I'm putting money in you guys' pockets and listen to your uncle. Hassel, the player for the San Antonio Spurs, to score 15 points. He always scores over 15 points. Jalen Brunson, 20 points. You know that's automatic. And Knicks to win money line. Thank me later. Now, the nephew just said 6, 7 games. No. When San Antonio comes to New York down 0-2, they won't be able to come out the hotel room to go outside to do some sightseeing because they're going to get their asses kicked. This is something mental now. This guy, Victor Wembanyama, a Frenchman, what Frenchman can play basketball at this level? What Frenchman, no disrespect to the French people from France, you can still kiss my ass. Which one of them are built for this type of pressure? They putting him up there with Wilt Chamberlain and Michael Jordan and all these other people. No, he's a bitch-ass neighbor. He's not built for it. He's scared. And let me tell you something, nephew is absolutely right, because Karl Anthony Towns, who's also a big man, has the same similar game as him. He's up top. He's on the 3-point line. He could drive. He can create. He can shake and bake, and he could do the same thing. The difference is Karl Anthony Towns is a grown ass man. Wemby, you tall for nothing.
Yeah, like what, 2 rebounds?
I won't be surprised at doing this series that OG will dunk it on the top of your head and take the rest of your spirit, because this is also mental. This is also mental. Nephew, I yield my time. And I know they don't want to talk about Knicks. We talking about the Knicks. If you don't want to hear this, get the hell out of here. I've been a Knicks fan since 1975. I don't even think Nehemiah's parents was even born back then. I've been a Knicks fan. I am 61 years old. Nehemiah's 12 with a beard. Nick haters, stay off to the side. This will be a sweep, 4-0. If the Knicks win, which they will, Friday night, it's over. Continue on, nephew.
Yeah.
Continue on.
Yeah.
Go Knicks.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be over, not just for the series, but for New York in general. If they win that championship in New York City next week, that would be insane. But you said you like Stephon Castle. I hate Stephon Castle. I do like Dylan Harper, though. That's a Rutgers guy. So it sucks that he played really well last night for the Spurs. But
hold on, nephew. Hold on.
The Knicks are nice.
Hold on. Let's see if I got some video here. What's this?
What are they gonna say now? I know we get swept. Bring the fucking brooms out. Bring the brooms out. Pack the fuck up. Lock them by 10. Fuck Wemby. Fuck Castle. Fuck that stupid Coyote. Fuck the Alamo. It's Knicks in 4, baby. Bring the brooms out. Let's go.
In San Antonio, so that's crazy.
One guy said, F Popovich.
What did Popovich?
Hold on, let's see some poetry in motion. With this video,
Brunson keeps it alive. Bridges looks back to Brunson. Corner 3 is up. Bang! Jalen Brunson from downtown. Brunson on the drive, spins underneath, puts it up, puts it in. Jalen Brunson does it again. It's a 6-point lead with 30.
The true MVP, which he's been denied 2 years in a row because they gave it to that idiot out there in OKC. He should have won the MVP last year, but they gave it to that knucklehead out there. And who won it this year? The knucklehead won it again. That lizard-looking young dude. He looks like some kind of a reptile.
That's Canadian Jordan.
He's trash. He's trash and he's garbage. But guess what's going to happen? Let's look at we're in a historic moment right now. And nephew is more versed on basketball than I am. I'm just an old school Nick guy. You know, nephew over there, Nehemiah got all the numbers. But let's go through all the numbers. Jalen Brunson could win the conference MVP and the finals MVP. And all other awards, he won the NBA Cup MVP, the finals MVP, conference finals MVP, and finals MVP. He should have been the most valuable player. If this man is not the most valuable player in basketball, who else is? This man is 4 foot 11 inches and play like he's 8 foot tall. No one can defend him. And let's give a shout out to the supporting cast of the New York Knicks and Coach Brown, who know how to utilize his players off the bench, because that's a skill set.
Mm.
Let me get one more video. Listen. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the preventive measures. If you, Nehemiah, was the mayor of New York or the president of everybody or whatever, if you had some kind of authority and you knew that the Knicks were coming home and San Antonio's already down 2-0, mentally they're checked out. It's just a matter of time. Game 4, Garden. The trophy's already in the locker room and there's champagne and we got the title shirts. You know how every time teams win, next thing you know, they got those shirts on. And if you was the mayor of New York or the governor, what would be preventive measures, nephew, on crowd control or policing?
Man.
Will there be? I'll just throw some thoughts out there so you can, I could hear your response, or maybe designated areas. If you was the mayor of New York, how would you handle this Game 4, New York City? Because they play Friday in San Antonio, they play Monday in New York, and next Wednesday in New York. So we could possibly have a world title next Wednesday in New York City. Let's see. Okay, everybody, matter of fact, let me reintroduce him. On the panel right now, we have Mayor Nehemiah from New York City. Mayor, good morning, and we know that you're a Knicks fan. We saw you out there last night. But Mayor, my man Brad Lowry. Yo, Brad, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Brad Lowry, one of the funniest comedians in the game, veteran comedian, man. God bless you. Man, Nehemiah, how are you going to handle crowd control and resources for that finals Game 4 win New York City? How would you do that, sir?
Yeah, well, I know when the Eagles won in Philadelphia, they had to grease the poles because they were climbing those poles. I think New Yorkers are a little bit more inventive than that. We got to take them down. I take down every light pole in Manhattan, just take them all down. I would say, hey, if you're a cop, you might want to take the weekend off. Not that I don't want them there. I just don't think they're going to do anything to stop what's going to happen. I'd open up the streets. I'd actually encourage more people to pull up. But hopefully it has a reverse effect where it's like, wow, this is pretty open. Maybe I shouldn't, climb on top of MSG and start throwing stuff at the guy in the Spurs jersey. But there's certain things you can't control, especially this. This is like the universe coming together to help the Knicks. The Knicks haven't won since, you said, the 70s. I was listening to a story about Walt Clyde Frazier that said he went to Studio 54 and went to Wilt Chamberlain's apartment the last time the Knicks won a championship. Neither of those two things exist anymore. So the Knicks fans deserve this. I think they deserve a little to let out a little steam, So the second they win, they can go crazy in the streets. I'll allow it.
This is what I say. If I was mayor, address me as Mayor Harvey, please, and ask me a question, Nehemiah, if you don't mind.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor Harvey. The Knicks have just won an NBA title. The pandemonium is going to be in the streets. What do we do to make it both safe and fun for every New Yorker here?
Well, first of all, thank you for calling on me. I like your articles. You're an amateur reporter, but God bless you.
Thank you, Mr.
This is what's going to happen. Game 4, New York City celebration. I want everybody to meet me on 34th Street or 33rd Street in 7th Avenue, all the way up to Times Square. We're giving out free Timberlands to everybody.
Oh, man.
And everybody gets a $200 EBT card.
Oh.
Everybody gets an orange and blue little scarf. Then we're going to ship everybody to Staten Island because nobody cares about Staten Island, and we're going to celebrate over there.
Okay.
We're gonna go to Staten Island and celebrate because I don't want no property damage going on in New York City. Also, I proclaim that New York City, no one goes to work for 2 days. If the Knicks win on Wednesday, nobody goes back to work on Friday, and I dare any employee to say anything otherwise, or I'm a fine your ass. Fellas, there'll be no child support plan for a month. For a month. No, all the men in New York City, you will not have to pay child support for 2 months because I need you to get your Knick gear up. I need you to get that extra money so you can get your Knick gear. $200 EBT cards. You go to Staten Island for free. 2 days off of work, and I forgot the last one.
Timberlands.
In the Timberlands. And this is what's going to happen, New York City. We will celebrate no work, Timberlands, EBT card. You get a free trip to Staten Island where you can tear that bitch up if you want to and go Knicks. And that's what we're offering right now. New York City, NYPD, stay home. I do agree. Stay home. Don't even worry about it. Stay home. We don't need them. He talked about grease the poles. Let's put a pause on grease the poles. Keep the poles up there. Ladies, if you want to pull out a breast, if you want to pull out an NYC, New York Knicks titty, pull out the left one. Okay. The hearts in the chat room. And that's what we're going to do on Wednesday. Start Wednesday and Thursday. We are shutting down New York. New York City haters, New York Knicks haters, you have to exit New York City for a month. We don't want you here. 1 month, you got to leave. The parade will last 4 days. Well, Nehemiah, think about it. When the Knicks win the title, you know these teams have parades. Where how is this going to even happen? Where will we even do a parade? Do we shut down? New York City will have to close, literally.
Yeah.
How do we do it? Times Square? We will go down Broadway and come to the Garden? How does that even work? Because that's where we're at right now. We're not staying on here long. I'm gonna yield back my time to my nephew over here. Knicks in 4. This is done. We win. My main prediction was Knicks in 5. The way they played last night, and the way we are going for the cup, for the chip. And one more thing, Nehemiah, I want to talk to you about this real quick. So the Knicks have swept Atlanta. Did they sweep Atlanta? No, we lost. No, yeah, we swept Atlanta. No.
I think you swept Philly. I don't know if you swept Atlanta.
Do me a favor, look real quick. We swept Philly. We swept Cleveland. And then if we sweep the Spurs, I don't think that's ever happened before. And how many games have we won in the playoffs? Atlanta, let me see what happened. Let's see what happened.
You guys only dropped 2 games to Atlanta. So you guys won in 6, and you swept the 76ers. You swept the Sixers. And if you sweep the Lakers went they lost 1 game when they had Shaq. You guys are a little behind, but you're still killing it. It's still an all-time series right now. You have to kill this French guy for me. I can't stand him. So I need for my own sanity, you have to destroy Wembanyama.
Well, we will definitely oblige you on that.
Thank you.
We're my Knicks fans in the chat room. The show's over. We're done. I'm sorry, guys. You know I was going to go. You know. I got all these stories. Forget about them. The story is this: belt to ass. Knicks in 4. The referees try to stop. And what? Yeah, and let me just one more thing, nephew. Obviously you watched the game. Did you see how the refs wasn't giving us no calls throughout the game?
Yes. This is what happened to us. This is how they play. They're gonna start playing dirty. Wembanyama's gonna yo, somebody hit Brunson, and New York is gonna explode. It's gonna happen. I can't wait because it's like finally people get to see what I was complaining about for the last like 2 weeks. They're not gonna call fouls, and you're gonna beat up Brunson. He got clothesline. They called nothing. Karl Anthony Towns got hit by Wembanyama, didn't call anything. He never gets any calls though, so that's not new for him. But Brunson was not getting any calls at all.
And guys, let's take a look at this. Just remember this. San Antonio was exposed last night. They don't have a bench. There's no supporting cast. There's maybe one or two guys on the bench. Harrison Barnes and another guy. And Harrison Barnes is washed up. And the Knicks, we're running deep, about 10 deep that we're playing. This has been our prophecy. The New York Knicks. Put in the chat, if you're in the chat room, and if you're a Knicks fan, put the year that you became a Knicks fan. I'm going to put 1975. I just put in the chat room, guys. I've been a Knicks fan since 1975. Now, our beloved nephew that's in the chat room is an OKC fan for the last couple of years. He said that. And if people think that because the Western Conference is the more superior conference and that the Eastern Conference never win the chips, no, Boston won the chip a few years ago. Don't forget that. They really did. Nephew would know that better than me. But what I'm saying is this. Belt to ass, New York, look at younger than 1972. Listen, these are numbers that Nehemiah cannot comprehend. These are numbers that he's like 1972 was Earth here on 19. That was dinosaurs. Zelo Mathis 74. Younger Nut, 72. Harvey, 75. We've been Nick. Let me tell you something. I've been married, baby mothers, kids, the whole thing, careers, all that. And I've steadily stayed a Knicks fan. That's the one true, almost committed relationship, consistent relationship I've ever been in. And one more thing I want to say this, Nehemiah, and then I want to hear your thoughts, and then we're out of here. If you're in a relationship, I'm in a relationship. I'm a married man. Nehemiah, I live with one vagina. Thank God for Jesus for that. Look at Natalie Wright, 1975. These are heavy numbers. And Nehemiah, the beloved nephew, I want to hear your take on this, and then I'm gonna yield, and then we'll close out. To people that are in a relationship, and your man is a New York Knicks fan, and he is in a euphoric state at this time. This is the happiest you will ever see your man in a long time. Ladies out there, you can never make your man feel as happy as he feels right now. Okay? So please, if you don't mind, ladies, don't interrupt the feel good, the euphoric feeling by petty arguments, talking too loud, bringing up old shit, and doing all the things that women have mastered in disrupting the peace of a man. Right now, this is a moment that men and women, it could go reverse. If you're a woman and a man and your lady's a Knicks fan, let her live. This is the moment where we need to practice some restraint. This is a moment when you see your partner jumping up and down in their glee. And in a moment, because the times that we live in this country, there's really not a lot to celebrate. Allow your man or your woman to celebrate in peace. Be supportive. Don't be an asshole. God bless my wife. She was in here jumping up and down with me last night. Friday, I'm putting paint on my face. I'm going to Michael's. I'm getting some face paint, and I'm going to paint my face orange. Nephew, is it right for women or men to start petty arguments and get weird, knowing that they significant other, girlfriend, spouse, or whoever, boyfriend, whatever relationship status you're in, is it right for them to steal their thunder? And if they're going, two-part question, and if they're going through something at the moment, can we yield with whatever we're going through at the moment for another week so we can celebrate and then get back to whatever we're arguing about? Your thoughts, nephew?
I mean, I think you kind of have to. During World War II, the Germans, they took a ceasefire during Christmas Day. If they could have a ceasefire, everybody else can relax for at least one more week to allow this to be enjoyed. It's like a shooting star, you know? Knicks fans have been through so much. My dad was sitting there watching the game through his hands because he's like, I don't know. I don't know. Will they win? He's like, I've experienced so much. And I'm like, listen, you have to have the faith. I'm giving him so much leave. I'm allowing him to say whatever he wants. Well, I'm like, listen, you deserve this. So I'm watching it. If somebody's in a relationship and they're trying to choose now to fight, think about the Germans. You know, if they could be like, all right, it's time for a break, I think they can do that too. You know, and I think it's incredibly necessary. Knicks fans need this is therapeutic for the entire New York fan base, for the Knicks themselves. I saw Allen Houston come out. I'm seeing all these other Knick players in San Antonio. This has to be the time, and yeah, you got to give people some grace there. Like let them enjoy something.
If you have the strong desire to interrupt your partner's euphoric moment, go in another room and slam your head up against the wall. Give one for the team. This is a moment, and it's a psychological moment. So if you are the type of person that want to start drama or you want to hate, this is an opportunity for you to take a personal inventory of yourself. And this is a time where you could take a look and go, why am I so angry? Why do I want to sit there and interrupt the joy of someone else? This is the time that maybe you can talk to a therapist, and you don't have to make an appointment. You can talk to a AI therapist. You can go on your phone, ask your phone a question, and it will answer it for you. You don't listen. Therapists won't be around in another 4 years. They're done. You could talk to your phone. It will give you a reasonable answer back. So this is an opportunity for you. If you're disruptive, you're a hater, you don't want to see your partner have peace, to take a personal inventory of yourself. You just heard what nephew said. He said he's let his father live. He said he said his father had his hands between his eyeballs and he couldn't believe what he was saying. But nephew here had some compassion. And that's what we need to practice here. Just please know that we've been long-suffering Knicks fans. We're from New York. We got a certain swag. We talk a lot of shit. Know that. So our emotions are bubbling over. In the chat room, I think Dara Jackson said the balance and stuff. There's not going to be no balance, Dara. Let's not worry about that. These young folks will behave. They're going to have a good time, and they're going to celebrate. I'm going to put that out in the air. Yeah. There might be some petty arrests for what nephew Nehemiah said, maybe climbing on a wall or jumping on a roof. Okay, we can have some of that. But violence and people knocking each other out, killing each other, no, that's not going to happen. I just think that we're all going to celebrate. I don't want to sound naive to the fact, but I just think that we're all going to celebrate responsibly and go Knicks. Princess is in the chat room, and every time I praise the Knicks or I say the Knicks are going to win, he always tells me, no, don't say nothing. You're going to jinx the Knicks. Now, this is what I've been doing, nephew, and maybe you can identify, and I'll ask you this. I'm in turmoil, nephew.
What's up?
I've been watching the Knicks games in my bedroom. Standing up, not on the bed. Pacing around the bed. And the Knicks have been winning. And I came home last night because I thought I was going to be out all night doing this comedy show, which they canceled because of the Knicks, which is cool. And I came back home to Pennsylvania, nephew, and I paced around my bedroom. And every time I've been in the bedroom to watch the Knicks, and they win. I got a show Friday night at 8:30. I don't even know if I want to even go to this show because I think I need to be in the bedroom pacing around my bed because that's what makes the Knicks win. Now, do you even do anything weird like this when OKC last year or guys in the chat room, describe to me like if there's a moment with your team and do you do the same thing? Do you like one of my friends like, yo, come to the restaurant, we're gonna watch the game. And I'm like, wait, no. Your thoughts, nephew?
I don't watch OKC games with other people. Every time I do, we lose in a humiliating fashion. I also always wear a jersey backwards when we watch these games because when I did one time, we won the championship. Both of these things didn't work because we lost, but I definitely you have to go back to the room. You have to continue pacing. If this is what's been keeping them winning for this long, you can't stop now, especially now with game 2 in San Antonio. I think it's a part of it. It's the ritual, you know.
They can kiss my ass on Friday night. I can't. I gotta be in the crib because this is important right now. Knicks in 4, belt to ass. Hey guys, thank you for your patience. We're in a short show. We just talking Knicks. August the 29th, meet and greet, day party, Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. I had the flyer ready. The flyer looks horrible because I made it. I'm gonna send it to the professional guy to make the flyer, and it'll be out on Monday. So we appreciate you, Nehemiah. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. We'll leave you with the last word. Anything you want to say, or but I want to say go Knicks, and I'll yield to you.
I'll say go Knicks. I'll say I need the Knicks to win this series and humiliating San Antonio loss. I'm excited.
Okay, guys, we appreciate you. We're out of here. Come on, Nehemiah. Let's clap, man. I appreciate the time. We are out. Let's. All right, one more. Let me see if I got it on. What's this? No, it don't. Princess said the flying look good. No, it don't. All right, see y'all later, man. We out. Come on, let's wave at him, nephew. See you guys. And we'll see nephew next week, and God bless.
Good night.